Namaste. Back pain. It is probably the number one complaint of pregnant women. And it's not just issue of pregnant women. It is one of the reasons a lot of people actually start with yoga. And for a good reason. Unless you have serious issues that you should seek your doctor, yoga can really help your back pain. It can stretch your upper back muscles, lower back muscles, stretch your hips, which is often actually the issue. And it can also correct your posture. So, let's go ahead. This flow is not only for pregnant ladies, it is also great for yoga beginners, for older people, for people with higher weight, but really for everybody. It will not just be a stretching, it will be a flow, so you will actually move your whole body, get your heart rate up a little bit, but at the same time relieve your back pain. So join me. Start in a comfortable seat, whatever this means for you. I chose Sukhasana, but you can even sit on the couch or chair just for the beginning. Take a deep breath in and sigh out. Anytime during the class you would like to release anything, just breathe it out, even loudly. It really helps. So let's do it together. Inhale and loudly exhale. It feels good, right? Okay, so I'm sitting in Sukhasana. That's probably the best seat for the first part of this class. So join me in this seat. And we will do a little hip warms up. Just gently start rolling from one sit bone to the other sit bone. Roll, roll, roll. If you are pregnant, think about this being a small roller coaster for your baby. Taking it for a ride. Okay, stop. And let's go the other side. Just gently waking up all of the muscles. You can close your eyes. Make this really intuitive. Yoga is often about what feels good. Your body knows. So make it feel good. Alright? Stop in the middle. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Now with the next inhale, raise your hands. And let your left hand drop to the floor. With inhale, make yourself tall. And with exhale, slowly start coming towards your left side. You must feel how this part is getting long. And if you can, gaze up. It is not necessary for you to go all the way down to your elbow, but if you can, great. But make sure your sit bones are both firmly on the floor. Take one more deep inhale. And with the exhale, come up. Next inhale, raise your both hands up. And with exhale, drop your right hand. With next inhale, grow taller, 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 and start coming down with exhale to your right side. Stretch that left side. Make sure both your sit bones are on the floor. Gaze up if you can. With each exhale, try to come lower. If you can, that's fine. Most important is that you feel this part. Breathe into it. And with the next inhale, come up. Raise both of your hands with the inhale. And with exhale, your left hand goes to your right knee. And your right hand goes behind you. Take a deep inhale, and with exhale, gaze to your side. Gentle, gentle twist. And if you can, with each inhale, grow taller. With each exhale, look a little bit further behind you. Okay, with inhale, come back to the middle, and exhale, the opposite side. Look to your left. Inhale and exhale, start looking backwards. Spine is long, getting twisted just a little bit. This kind of twist is okay for you even throughout your pregnancy. Don't worry. And with the next inhale, come back to the middle. Do a few intuitive movements. Close your eyes, move your shoulders, move your rib cage. You can move your weight from side to side. Good. Now, come join me in a hero's pose, and we'll actually do a toes pose, which means you will sit on your toes. Make sure all of your toes are involved. So also take your pinky fingers and sit. And this looks like we are not doing anything, right? We are actually, and you are going to feel it very, very soon. We are waking up our leg muscles from the bottom. This is called toe pose, and as I said, it looks like we are not doing anything, but it's one of the most difficult positions because in the moment, especially if you are a runner or you walk in high heels or you have been moving all your life, the harder it actually gets because soles of your feet are not used to be in this pose. So this is about enduring it, embracing it with your breath. If you are pregnant, take this as kind of a training. So at certain point, you might feel you want to give up. You can. I'm not here to torture you. If you feel you can really not do this anymore, take a block, put it under your butt, and it will get much easier, right? But you can also take this as a small training because soon enough you will be giving birth. And despite you might be excited actually for the pain, but there will probably be pain, right? And you will breathe through it. And like this, you can train a little bit. You feel something, it really hurts, so try to breathe through it. And whenever you feel like you cannot take this anymore, take one more deep breath, one breath at a time, and you can do this, right? Okay, it starts hurting a little bit, but take your hands and we will put our hands to the front, round your back with the exhale, and with inhale, stick your chest up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, chest inside, inhale, chest up. Exhale, one more time, chest inside, inhale, one more up, and you probably really feel this by now, so I let go. Come to all fours, gently tap your feet to the ground. You made it. And you can maybe train it, every day a little bit longer, and they will give you kind of a confidence, right? So come to all fours and just start moving intuitively a little bit. Do a little snake in the grass movement, So the spine is waking up. All of the joints are getting warm. Okay, now stop it. Inhale, and with exhale, look over your right hip and take this hip towards your face. Inhale, come to the front or middle. Exhale. the other side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale one more time. One breath per one movement. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Come to your first downward facing dog. Now, because this is a spinal video or video focused on spine, we will really focus on making our spine as long as possible. So, bend your knees and stick your butt up to the sky. Your shoulder blades come away from your ears. The spine is long. And now, despite your butt being really up in the sky, don't much back bend, but suck your upper ribs in. Good. Now you can start straightening your legs if you can. Your heels may never touch the floor. One day they might, maybe not. Doesn't really matter. Look at your belly. Look at your toes. Nice. With the next inhale, start walking your hands towards your knees and bend. If your belly or anything is in the way, just make your stance a little bit wider. Bend your knees and imagine with each exhale, your lower back is getting longer. Imagine it. Your spine is super long. You can gently sway from side to side. Nice. Think about getting your forehead to this part of legs. Nice. And maybe straight your legs if you can. And if you can't, that's fine. With inhale, rise up. And with exhale, join your hands in front of your heart. Now, one thing that we will talk about a little bit is your posture. So often our back hurts, especially in pregnancy, because we are doing this, right? So our pelvis is out, belly is out, heavy, so this will naturally hurt. Try to think about always tucking your pelvis under you. Also, your shoulders are often hunched, right? No, straight your shoulders, put them away from your ears. From time to time during the day, take a breath in and breath out, push them out. And with this posture, I'm not saying your back will never hurt, but it will be less likely, let's say. And let's do a little roller coaster again. It feels very nice. The other side. Okay, step it in the middle, join your hands behind your back, and with inhale, stick your chest out. And you might even hear your shoulders doing a little crack. And with exhale, start coming down again. You can bend your knees, you can leave them straight if you want. Whichever. The point is that eventually your arms should come over your head. Might never happen, but that's the aim. Okay. So, look all the way down to your belly. Take your chin to your chest. And with each exhale, send your arms a little bit lower towards the ground. The entire back of our body is now being stretched. Everything. Enjoy it. And with the next inhale, come halfway up, make your spine straight. Get a little bit wider. With next inhale, bend your left knee. Take your left hand to the floor and look over to your right hand. Gentle twist. Exhale, come down. Inhale the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do that again. One breath per movement. Inhale. Oh, I heard a little crack. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale one more time. Bend. And come up vertebra by vertebra. Walk towards the front of your mat. And get lower to a chair pose. We are doing stable chair, which means we don't have our legs together, but about hip width distance apart. Let me show you from the front. So we are sitting low like this. Let's break down the position to do it correctly. So your knees are not going in, not going out, but straight. Right? Get as low as possible, but do not stick your butt out. Tuck your pelvis. Okay. Now that you should start feeling it. Stay in it. Take a deep breath. Deep breath out. At the same time, your shoulders are not hunched over, but your back is nice and straight. And get a little buoyancy in your legs. So just do a little. I know we start to feel the chair pose by now, and that is our aim. I'm not letting you be here just so I can talk. This is the aim. Okay, and with the next inhale, start putting your weight on your left foot and raise your right leg. Nice. If you cannot keep the balance, it's okay. One day, every day is different, and one day you might be just fine with it. Catch your knee, but catch it a little bit outside. Oh, you see? Catch it a little bit outside of your body. Also, don't hunch over, but keep it straight. This part of your back is working now. You can touch it. Touch your lower back. Take inhale. With exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly start opening your hip. And very slowly, how slowly can you do this? How controlled and graceful can you be? Step back to warrior two. Open to warrior two. Adjust your stance. Your knee is tracking over your second toe. Pelvis is inside. Shoulders straight. Looking over your front hand. Take a deep breath in. And side out. Catch your belly. And with the next inhale, reverse your warrior. Now this is not a back bend. This is a side stretch. So really feel how your side is stretching. Often our back pain comes from this part of it being very, very not stretched. Inhale, come up, and start stretching your front leg. Come front, front, front. You can make your stance a little bit shorter, and if you have a block, it's great. And exhale, come to a triangle pose. Think about tucking your pelvis and opening your chest to the sky. So behind you, if there is a wall, you are flat on it. Next inhale, straight your front hands towards the front of your mat. And with exhale, stay with the same position of your legs. Just start squaring your hips to the front. If you have two blocks, it's amazing. If not, use whatever you have. Okay, so your hips are squared. We are in pyramid pose. And the point is not to do this. Okay, no. We want to keep our spine straight. So think about bringing your right hip to the front, your left hip to the back, and your spine is straight. Now, to ensure our spine is straight, you can catch your elbows behind. And this will really make sure your spine is straight. Also, you can put your hands behind your back in a prayer. Take an inhale and exhale. Right. With the next exhale, come to downward facing dog. Now with inhale, step your right foot outside of your hands into a lizard lunge. Now do a little clockwise movement. Open your hips, don't hunch your back, but your chest is sticking out to the front. Counterclockwise. And with the next inhale, big step towards the front of your mat and back to our chair pose. Right away, your weight is on the right leg, so pick your left leg and come up. Little stability, balance, our internal muscles are working. Inhale, keep your spine straight. Exhale, start opening your hip. And slowly, 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 gracefully and beautifully step behind to warrior number 2. Open into your warrior. Adjust your stance, so knee is striking over the front, pelvis is tucked. Shoulders down, look over. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. When you reverse your warrior, make sure you're not doing this, okay? So you're staying as low as you were in warrior 2. Inhale. And exhale. With the next inhale, start straightening your leg, come to the front, 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 front. Yes, and exhale, triangle pose. Take a block. You can adjust your stance a little bit. This is a little wide for me. And straight. You should feel this part being stretched nicely. And to even increase the stretch, put your hands overhead. And with the next exhale, start squaring your hips. Come to a pyramid pose, right? So your hips are squared, your right hip is coming to the back, your left hip is coming to the front. Okay, so I'm not doing this, but as square as possible, and your spine as straight as possible. You can join your hands in a prayer. Make sure it's all straight. Take inhale, make your spine super, super, super long. Exhale, come a little bit lower. And with the next exhale, downward facing dog. One inhale, exhale. With the next inhale, step your left foot outside of your left hand. Lizard lunge. Again, move clockwise. Chest is in the front. Now counterclockwise. Yes, our hips are being opened. Beautiful. And now with the next inhale, big step towards the front. Back to the chair pose. Exhale, straight your legs. Bend over your legs. Inhale. Come up, hands to the sky. Exhale into the prayer. Now we will do, it's called dancing chair. That's probably the best name for it. And it is amazing for the spine. So the point is that you would do like a wave with your spine, right? So with inhale, your chest will start coming up, 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 up. Your pelvis is being tucked. And with exhale, stick your butt out, get low. Now, slowly is harder than fast. So let's do it with our breath. Don't think about how you look with it. Think about how it feels. You can close your eyes. So think about massaging your spine. Each and every vertebra is getting work. getting warm. It's amazing. One more inhale. Exhale. And stay in chair pose. Good. Check your stance, check if your pelvis is in. Important thing, you should see your big toes. Okay? And also your big toes should be so light that you can pick them from the ground. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm wiggling them. Okay? So, with the next inhale, once again, raise your right leg, catch your leg, inhale, exhale, start opening your hip, and open to warrior two, slowly and gracefully. One deep inhale, one deep exhale, and with the next inhale, turn towards the side of your mat in a goddess pose. So your toes are out, heels are in. We are not sticking our butt out, we are keeping it tucked in, okay? So no Latino, no. Okay, so like this, and now take a look at your toes, and you should still see your big toes. If you are not seeing them, if your knees are like this, no, push them out and come a little lower. Still your pelvis is being tucked. Don't compromise your pelvis position because of lowness, rather come up a little bit. Put your hands on your knees, and now with the exhale, start turning your right shoulder towards your left shoulder towards right. Inhale, exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, exhale, keep opening your legs with your hands. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now raise your arms just for a second. You can feel it already. And exhale. Bend over. Now this time your toes are coming towards each other and you are bending in a wide stand. Inhale, come halfway up, and exhale, come down. You can catch your ankles, you can catch your big toes. The point is, imagine that this part of your head will come down to the mat. So with each exhale, try to make that happen. Might never happen, but the feeling is what is important. The direction. You should feel your whole butt and hamstrings getting stretched, your lower back, and it should feel good. Okay, with the next inhale, bend your front knee and come to a side angle pose. This thigh should be about 90 degrees from the ground, maybe not exactly, but let's aim for that. Inhale, raise your arm. Exhale, put it over your head. You should feel stretch in this part. And with exhale, come to a downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg steps outside of right hand. Again, lizard pose. This time, your toes are going out as well as your knee. And you can gently push your knee away from you, which spins your chest to the sky. One important thing, when you are twisting a little bit, don't turn your leg over with it. Your toes should be still, your toes should be still aiming towards the ground, okay? So don't twist your hips, don't compromise your hips, okay? With the next inhale, come back, big step to the front, back to our chair pose, right away the other side. So lift your left leg, catch stretch it. Feel strong, feel balanced. Inhale, and with the next exhale, slowly start coming to warrior number 2. Okay, adjust your stance, take a 1 deep inhale, 1 deep exhale, and come to a goddess pose. Now we know this already, so let's get right to it. Let's start twisting. First to the right with the right shoulder. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, raise your arms up, and exhale, bend over your legs again. This time, try to bring your hands under your in the line with your feet, with your heels. And with each exhale, try to walk them a little bit towards. One more deep inhale, one more deep exhale. Next inhale, bend your front leg and side angle pose. Put your arm over your head, make this really stretch. Your back is getting much needed stretch. With the next exhale, come to a downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left leg over next to your left hand. Wiggle your toes a little bit to the side and open to a loose pose. See, I almost did what I told you not to do, which means turn my leg. Keep it. Keep it. Don't compromise the hip position. Just gently open your chest towards the left side. One more deep inhale and exhale, big step forward. Bend over your legs. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend again. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Join your hands in a prayer. Now, come down to Malasana with me. If you are in your 3rd trimester, you can still do typical Malasana. I just entered my 3rd trimester, I'm still good. Although sometimes this part hurts, it is up to you. If you feel heavier, it might be better to put a block under you. If you are in your 1st, 2nd trimester, no problem. If you are not pregnant but your weight is a little bit higher, also put a block. Just not to put too much pressure on your hip joints. Point is, let's not hunch. Let's keep our spine straight and open hips at the same time. So chill in Malasana just for a few breaths. One of the best positions for our hips, for our entire body. It's so good. Try to think about your outer edges of your feet being the ones that are pushing to the ground. Put your elbows a little bit lower and raise yourself up. Nice. Did you feel opening in your hips a little bit? Now, everybody take a block if you have one. If you don't, you can also do this on the ground. So, sit with your legs wide. And we will focus now on our outer hips, because it's been our inner hips that has been worked, and so these are the outer hips. So your left knee goes to the ground. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, prepping our hips. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, one more time. this is a preparation for what comes next. Take the block out and do it without the block. So exhale, and now this time take also this leg and end up in kind of a deer pose. What I would like you to focus on is this hip being on the ground. So not this hip and this one is flying, no, this one is on the ground. If this sit bone is also in the ground, great. If this knee is also on the ground, amazing. I cannot do this. So focus on this hip and you should feel lovely stretch over here. Inhale. Exhale. Good, let's come to the other side. Inhale, and with exhale, enter the deer pose on the other side. So this hip on the floor. This is very difficult for my hips. For some reason, I know some people can comfortably put both knees on the ground with both sitting bones on the ground and even bend. For me, this is enough. But if you feel you can go further and both of your knees are on the ground and focus on your legs being flexed, you can come a little bit towards. This is perfectly enough for most of the people. Just feel the stretch. Inhale, come up, and just do a little windshield back press. Just shake your legs. Good. So now let's come to our hero's pose. And put your hands behind your head. Inhale, stick your chest out, but at the same time don't stick your butt out. Keep it tucked under you. Exhale, join your elbows and start slowly bringing them down towards your thighs or towards your knees. You should feel yourself where is the correct position of your elbows. You might only be here, okay? But with each exhale, you might come a little bit down. Maybe eventually you will put your elbows on your thighs. Tuck your chin into your chest so your chin is stuck to your chest and just stay there. And you can stay in that pose for a long time. The longer you stay, the better. And now I would give you a challenge if you're a little bit experienced yogi and if you have experience with inversions. If not, stay where we are. Maybe if it starts being uncomfortable, start doing little chest movements and come back to it. If you want to join me in a challenge, if you are really sure about your inversion practice, come join me and we will do a little adventure. We will do a little headstand. Inversions in pregnancy, really do them only if you are sure of yourself. The point is it's not bad for your baby. It is just that you can fall. And also if you stick your legs up to the sky, it might put very big pressure on your abdominal. So it's better not to do it unless your body is really used to it. But this is completely safe. And so put your head to the ground. Not this part, but this part, okay? So put your head to the ground. Your elbows, your shoulders away from your ears. Come up to your toes. Put your knees to your elbows and rise up. And this is kind of a chill position. It takes blood away from your toes. So also your swollen legs might thank you for it. Also, it is a deep forward fold kind of. So your spine is working, your core is working, but in a safe way. And your baby might get sense of a direction. If you need to turn your baby, this is really good. Okay, come down from it. And when you come out of it, you suddenly feel like, oh, so light. If you didn't do it, if you were just doing the back thing, amazing as well. Now we need to counter and do it. So Ideally, you have 2 blocks. If you don't have 2 blocks, you can take a pillow. You can take a book and a pillow. The point is, it should be about this high. And the blocks should be around here on your spine. So, lay down on your blocks. You will best know the correct position because it will feel really good. Ah, yes. And the point is, your chest is in the sky. Let your hands go. Let your head go if you feel fine, comfortable like this. This is really great for opening your chest. In turn, your spine is getting really nice rest. If you're pregnant, this is great for your reflux, which means it's opening your chest, making some space for your baby so it doesn't push your stomach so much. Take an inhale, exhale. You can lay for a minute like this every day. That'll be good. So it opens your upper spine. But for the purpose of this video, let's go out of it. Nice. I bet your spine already feels a little flossing. It feels a little bit new, right? If not, if you do this every day, it might. Alright, and let's do another forward fold. So if you notice, we are doing forward folds, kind of back bends, forward, back bends. So we are, working with the spine as a snake. Take a block and put your legs to kind of a diamond shape. So your hips are opening in this pose, but it's not focused on your hips, it's focused on your hips and lower back at the same time. Take a block, put it on your legs, take inhale, and with exhale, try to bring your head towards your legs. The upper part of your head, between your toes. It may never get there, but again, the direction is what is important. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Okay? And you are taking deep breaths, getting inside of your body, noticing how it feels on your spine. With each and every breath, you go deeper. If you don't feel much, you can take second block, make this a little bit higher. With each exhale, go deeper and deeper. Your sit bones are opening on the ground, hips opening, spine getting bent over, getting long. Now with inhale, let's come out of it. Try to make this really relaxing for you. Really feel the spine because big part of it is also, in your head. Because if you imagine your spine getting better, if you imagine it being stretched in different directions and moisturized and flossed, and if you imagine even white healing light coming down to it, might help, rather than just saying, oh, this will not help me. But I really hope it will. We'll do one last thing together. So take your legs far, far apart. Make sure your toes are coming up to the sky, not to the front, not towards me, up to the sky. Take an inhale and make your spine really, really extra long towards the sky. And with exhale, maybe start coming down to the front. Still your toes are pointing up, not towards me. And we are not trying desperately to get to the floor like this. No, the spine is straight. Even if you are like this, it's still fine. The spine is straight. It's not hunching, okay? So if in the time you can get to your elbows with your spine straight, amazing. If not, if you are just here, it's good as well. Just focus on your breath. With each and every inhale, your spine is, think about your spine being straight, which means pushing your chest forward. And with each and every exhale, come lower and lower to the ground. Cool. Come gently up with the inhale. Take your left hand over your head and take it to the direction of your right toes. But the point again is not to catch your toe. The point is to open your chest to the sky, look up to the sky, and your sideways is getting longer. In turn, this part of your lower back is getting really, really longer. In one day, you will touch your toes. Cool. If not, it's fine. The direction is what counts. Inhale, come up. And every day is different. Some days I catch my toes, some days I don't. Don't sweat. Enjoy. Just enjoy the stretch. Exhale. Now you might wonder, being pregnant, if this is fine. Yes. Sideways, getting long is okay. You are making space. You are not pushing too much this part because you are not hunching over. You are straight and just your side body is getting longer. It's more about your back than your belly, right? Look up to the sky. Exhale. Inhale and let's revisit this pose once again, and maybe you'll get suddenly lower. And if not, it's fine. Most important thing is the hips are getting open. The lower back is getting open. You can a little bit sway. Do whatever feels good. For me, I love this. I love to just, move a little bit in my poses. Some days I want to move, some days I want to be stable. All depends on the day. And with that inhale, come up. Gently catch your knees and bring your feet forward. Now, it is great if you have about 5 more minutes to lay down and do a little relaxation for yourself. I have a video on my channel for deep relaxation and guided meditation. So it's great if you can take this time, lay down and just be with yourself. Enjoy it. But I will say namaste to you right now, and I hope we'll see each other very, very soon. And I really, really hope that this video is beneficial to you. And if you do it more often, your spine will, I'm not saying gonna start suddenly feel great, but it will feel much better. You will do the best you can for yourself. So thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.